Two lovers, Rosa and Lucio, stood near the edges of a staircase, holding each other close until Lucio leaned forward to kiss Rosa's cheek. In that moment, a thunderous roar blasted out of the window, an ominous omen. 3 days later after that day, Lucio catched the first train towards his trip to Manila at his father's word. He could not say goodbye to his lover, Rosa. Days after his departure, his friend Oscar and fellow suitor of his beloved went towards the drunken governor, who held him in favor and grace for a favor. The governor was not a good man, but he was a man of his word, Oscar knew.
I wish to be married to Rosa.
The governor, in his drunken state, happily obliged, promising Oscar Rose's hand in marriage, and so in that moment's notice, he went back to town repeating those words,
Oscar, be happy. You shall have your wish. Rosa shall be your wife.
which he had told everyone throughout the town, and the rest who, too, had heard thought Lucio would serve as Rosa's groom. On Rosa's part, she speaks to herself loathingly.
Be of good cheer, Rosa. This is just the way with the world. Suffer it bravely. Don't cry. We know Lucio. He's a good and broad-hearted man, loyal and faithful to everybody, especially to you. And if he ever comes to know about it, how shall he bear it? And don't you think that he will open the subject to me? It shall break my heart as well as his. Oh, if he should ever come to know anything about it! Oh, delusion of love, you are like the mirage in the desert of life.
Still, she sends him letters. Days turn into weeks, and still she sends him letters, until one day she does not. Lucia thinks nothing of it, and in that week's time where she does not send him letters, he goes back towards their province. Only what would greet him instead is bad news. Oscar would marry Rosa. Still, he visits her, and in his visit, he holds her in his arms.
Be calm in mind, Rosa. I am with you. But, as I said, I shall not stand in your way. Be assured of that. I shall not retain your word or hold your promise. I give it back to make you happy. As for me, never mind me. I am born to suffer, and I shall live to suffer like a man even though the burden shall be more than I can bear. Yet, if only I shall know at last with satisfaction that you are happy, then I shall live and die happily too. Goodbye, Rosa.
In turn, Rosa falls to her feet in grief. Months pass, and their wedding is soon to come. Rosa, who could not bear to live without Lucia, to bear with what Oscar had done to her, and to bear with living in a loveless marriage. Later, she is found asleep on a humble bed, a smile present on her face. She is dead. The news of her death reaches Lucio all the way within Manila. The letter sat open upon his desk, near a newspaper clipping of the governor. Looking at himself in the mirror, he smiles with glee, and the mirror in turn smiles along with him. Each change of a suit, each change of a name. Yet, in the end, what stares at him is a cold and dark monster. Between Lucio and Oscar, that is the true him.